All right, good afternoon. In case you don't know who I am Dang Tan. I'm a teacher at Cy Lakes High School over in Cypher ISD, and with me today I've got.
Mr. Serrano from Klein Forest High School at Klein ISD.
All right, I know what do you teach and all of that. What do you do actually?
It's a good question as to what I do. Um I use a lot of memes, and I apparently teach English, AP Literature, seniors, and sophomore pre-AP.
So you have a lot more on your plate than most teachers would. So with this, I'm not exactly sure what I want out of this. Kind of just a fun, casual way to talk, answer questions, and just do whatever.
All right, I'll follow along. I haven't really played the game, so I have to figure out how all this works.
Well, if you follow me, we can go to like an interview sort of area.
Magnificent.
So if you have any questions, always feel free to chime in. I'll be looking at the chat. So Emerald Crossing is just kind of a casual way to, I guess, have a medium of, because we can't really meet up with people in person anymore, it'll be a fun thing to do this way. So I made up this entire room like this morning. Um, so like, what exactly is
It's
Klein?
perfect.
What exactly is Klein doing about all of this? Because I know every single district is doing its own thing. For instance, Sci-Fair, we're doing an online courses, and they're called like Edgenuity, where it's self-paced online courses, and students just go at it, when they have time, because not everyone might be doing fine right now.
We have various things in place. We have something similar. We're also using Edgenuity for certain courses, but for AP courses, there are lesson plans that are made by a team of AP teachers across the district. They're typically short, but also deep and extensive. And we're using software like Zoom or other digital to support them as they need. So
Right.
there's been a learning curve.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone's having a really hard time adapting to an all digital platform. I've been kind of the tech guy for my department for a while, and I guess because you're young, you're also kind of in charge of that.
Yeah, it's a big task to have being the tech guy. Trying to lead somebody over call as to what to do tech wise seems to be quite difficult.
Yeah, I know a lot of teachers are also having trouble. There are teachers who like do Zoom meetings every single day, but only get like a few students once in a while. How are you dealing with like communication with students who might not show up or respond?
Well, I found that there's a lot of students have conflicting Zoom schedules, and that's part of the issue there. So you just have to be the type who offers multiple methods of communication, especially for the students who can't make every Zoom meeting.
Right. Yeah, I sent out a straw poll like yesterday about, hey, what time works best for you? And everyone's like, oh yeah, at noon I have like geometry. But like most of my responses have been like 1 o'clock to noon. And like I get like 20 to 30 responses, but then during the actual Zoom meeting I get like 4 to 5 students. So hopefully more show up. Um,
Hmm.
but if they can't make it, that's totally okay too. And like,
Yeah.
and how's your week been? Because I know not much is going on nowadays for anyone.
Yeah, I started doing video essays for my students and just in general. Don't know if those are super helpful yet, since I just started this week, but I posted a couple of them already.
And like, what's the format of those like Zoom or video essays?
Typically, just briefing and going over the quick summary of something that I've read and just my take on it. Because in class, I try to refrain from giving my own interpretation or analysis. So this is fun for some of my students who always wanted to know what I personally think about certain stories that we've read.
All right. So you're allowed to like supplement info, at least in Klein, right?
It's especially for AP, yes. I mean, it's available. It's not forced upon the students. It's more of, hey, it's there. If you wish to look at it, if you have the time, and if you would appreciate or benefit from it.
All right, solid. And with all of this going on, do you think we'll be like out of the clear by May 4th, as a few districts have said?
That's hard to tell. The way that we're going, it could go either way. It's a coin flip, really.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of teachers who kind of just go and, say, oh, we'll be back by May or we'll be back, in August, but we don't know that much either. And I'm just here hoping and just waiting for some kind of like answer because we get new info like every single day, even on the weekends, and it's like daunting every time I get like an email notification at like 9 p.m.
Do you also receive a lot of conflicting information?
Oh, I mean, for the most part, for us, my principal and like director of instruction handle all of the info, and then you have the occasional like superintendent message coming in. So it's just like three people overall.
I think that's a good way to do it, just limiting who is providing the information. And that way you have control over that.
Yeah. But for the most part, I've just been here answering emails, doing phone calls, trying to contact students, and just, I guess, playing Animal Crossing. I do like two streams a week of where I just sit down, have a stream up, and just answer questions for anyone that shows up. And it's pretty chill. It's kind of just vibing. But I wish that like more kids would just at least say hi. I still exist. I'm okay. Because that's kind of the big. That's like the big fear right now for like I guess all teachers realistically is I have not heard from my kids since before spring break started. I wonder if they're okay.
Yeah, I definitely had some of those. It was like, I don't know if they're still around or if they're okay, but I heard from most of them um, regarding class. So far, that's okay. I just hope they maintain communication. That way, we know that they're doing fine as well.
Yeah, because I had a few kids say like, "Oh yeah, Mr. Tan, I went on vacation over spring break," and I'm just like, "Oh no, please, just stay home from now. Don't go anywhere." You might have heard
Yeah.
like a couple of days ago we had that from UT, which by the way we're both alumni from UT, both part of the UT U Teach program, but we had like 70 people from UT go on some spring break trip to Mexico, and they came back with 27 positive cases. And now the entire student body is just like going at them and being like, "Why would you?"
Yeah, that's ridiculous. A lot of people not following guidelines and taking proper care just because I don't know. It's part of this young mentality, I guess, thinking it's just whatever for them.
Yeah, it's the whole "if I get it, I get it" to whatever. I'm young. I'm not an old person, but like the fear is that you might spread it to someone else who, you know, is uh, just have a strong immune system or just is older.
Right.
Because we do have a friend who is like at risk, and so we gotta make sure that they're okay.
Yeah. So hopefully, with everybody staying inside, this kind of solves itself rather quickly, so we can all go back to our routines. At least back in school, I do miss being in the classroom.
Yeah, being outside of school made me realize that like I want to say like 70% of school for me is just interaction and interacting with students and like not just like teaching but also like casual talk or like just classroom management.
Yeah, it's difficult to do things online and provide proper feedback. Um, just it just becomes really difficult. But I mean, props to all the online teachers who are able to do it well, just because it is definitely different.
Yeah, if you're a teacher, there are like dozens of Facebook groups online about how to handle digital learning, how to handle Zoom, how to handle like all of this right now.
Yeah, I just have to stay away from those. They're a little too much for me. Like,
Yeah, I get too many notifications every single day from like the Houston-based teacher group or like the digital learning group or like that COVID-19 teacher group.
wow, yeah, I can't deal with that. They're too the too teacher for me. Even though I love what I do, they're too much of a stereotype.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit too much. And today is also Spirit Day for Silent Lake, so I changed my flag to the Silent Lake Spartans, and I'll just tweet that
Oh,
out later. Yesterday
no.
was yesterday was like Autism Awareness Day, and everyone was like posting photos of them wearing blue, and I did the same thing, but using Animal Crossing, and it was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, that always. I mean, trying to achieve some sort of normality like that seems to be helpful.
Yeah, and I feel like Animal Crossing is like the closest semblance to normality that people kind of have right now. Because no one can
Yeah.
go outside. There are constant news articles about like people hosting weddings or graduations online. It's pretty funny.
hmm Yeah, I haven't been playing all that much, but it's definitely a way to socialize with people.
Yeah. Like past two, well, like from 9 to 2, I'm on the clock, but past 2 p.m., I'm kind of just like unplugging and just trying to talk to friends more because I've caught up with a lot of people outside for like the first time ever. It's like
hmm
people message me that I haven't talked to in like 8+ years, and I'm just like, I guess what's happening now. Everyone's
Yeah.
just at home.
Yeah, that's a lot of people are just at home and trying to catch up, so that works. Yeah, I've received messages from people I haven't heard from in a while too. So it's like, oh, they're just going down their contact list.
We're gonna get students in like 10 years or 20 years from now going like, hey, Mr. Serrano, Mr. Tan, so you were in lockdown during COVID-19. What about COVID's like 1 to 18?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And that one meme about, oh yeah, people born in 2018, 2019 will pretend like they know the coronavirus lockdown, like how 98 babies talk about 9/11.
Oh yes, that's something I've definitely encountered. It's like you weren't even alive then. You know so much about it. I
Yeah,
read the Wikipedia page though, so I know everything there is to know.
but it's definitely this unprecedented event happening right now, and it's causing a lot of ruckus.
Oh, I'm just glad I don't live in the past. Just going back to the past and remembering, oh, it's the old times. How did people do it? You wouldn't have to worry about running out of toilet paper though. Just have to find some rocks. I don't know. I don't know what people did.
There was a truck going to San Antonio carrying a bunch of toilet paper, and it crashed and caught on fire.
Oh,
Like I think like yesterday, and like all of it just burnt up. So that's really unfortunate.
that's fine. It's just a reminder for the people of the U.S. Please buy bidets.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of friends like invest in bidets now, and they're pretty easy to install too.
They are. I miss them. I want to go back to Japan. That was the best thing.
Yeah, after all of this ends, I might just go out and buy a bidet.
Yeah, it's Japan knows its cleanliness somewhat. I mean, their situation, how they're handling that. This is kind of more political, so that's different.
Yeah, well, like they canceled the Olympics, so that's a step forward.
Yeah, took a while for them to actually cancel.
Yeah, well, big events and stuff. It's like how we took a while to cancel the rodeo, and then there was also South by here.
Yeah, South by canceled early, which was surprising but not surprising. I mean, it's a major international event, so I'm glad that they canceled.
Yeah.
Gonna go back to those amazing chairs that you have set up here.
Oh yeah, just plaza chairs. And then we have No, not a very active chat, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to, post something. Unless it's like classroom management related, because I'm not the best at classroom management. But I will take some time to show Brian Mendler, who has amazing conferences, and I was lucky enough to have my district pay for me to go. So that's Brian Mendler, like Mendler. He's also on Twitter, pretty active. He has his own podcast, um, and I think a lot of what he says is just really solid.
There you go.
And that was no way sponsored.
The stream is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Brought to you
No.
by Casper Mattresses.
Yeah. Visit Raid Shadow Legends and Raycon.
Oh yeah, those are top two. I've asked a bunch of people who were sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and when I'm like, how much do they pay you? They just like quiet down and say, oh, they support me a lot.
Enough.
It's a lot.
Yes. Let's get that Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship.
Enough to buy school supplies for like 5 years.
You can finally buy some notebook paper.
Yeah, I burn through like notebooks so fast because we do ISNs like all the time.
Yeah, fun fact. I mean, since I teach English, obviously there's a lot of writing. But fun fact, school does not give me that notebook paper. Students, in case you were wondering where that came from, comes from my own pocket, which is right now on this game filled with oranges that I keep stealing. But yes, and it doesn't, manifest out of nothing.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have a department that like buys like notebooks and paper in bulk. But for the most part, I still have to buy my own supplies and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of students don't know that.
Yeah, most students think we're paid pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you can at least live a digital life here on Animal Crossing and make that turnip money.
Yeah, it's invest in a stock market that's going relatively well. Actually, I spent some time building or making a classroom styled room in my house. It's like the left room if you go to my house.
Is this it?
Or are you in my house right now?
I'm going to it right now. Wow, all I have is a cot in mine. I haven't really done anything else.
Yeah, this game came out like the week that we had canceled classes, and so I spent like that weekend just like playing around for the most part. So it's a pretty small area, but I'll find some student desks eventually or do something. It's not much.
You should push your desk to the corner. What kind of teacher sits at their desk?
I like to have my desk at the corner just in case, like during lunch, like someone knocks at my door and I know who is there.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to steal your classroom supplies, but it won't let me.
I mean, at the very least, we're not spending money on supplies right now.
That are not essential, yeah. Only essential supplies like the second bar of twits that you need to go buy. This is a room full of Switch.
Oh yeah, that's
Animal
yeah, that's
Crossing.
just. I just bought a bunch because people were like currently stocking up on Switches. Like in real life, they're like
Yeah.
going out of stock so fast.
Oh yeah.
Animal Crossing 2 has been like the best-selling game, like on the Switch ever, and it's been out for like not even a month.
Wow. Didn't know that. Yeah, I've never played an Animal Crossing game before this.
Yeah, I've been playing since the GameCube in like 2002. So every game I'll like play a bit of. It's just it's a very casual, fun experience.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but I just never got a chance to play it. And I'm really bad at fishing. I found that.
Oh yeah, the trick is just to close your eyes and react to the sound of the bait getting dragged down.
Well, it's probably for the better. I don't really like fish.
Well, right now all you do is fishing for eggs and catching eggs because it's currently the Bunny Day event, which is from April 1st to April 12th. You just get eggs.
That's always fun. Uh, let's see.
It's also cherry blossom season, so you can make like pretty cherry blossom furniture.
Yeah, I heard of it. Cherry blossom season, it's in bloom in Japan right now too, and that's kind of an issue with people going outside because they're not listening because
Yeah,
they want to. Yeah.
I follow people on Twitter who talk about it, and it's like it's still pretty
Hmm.
empty despite cherry blossom season is like famous in Japan, and it's so short too.
Hmm. I'm trying. No, it went away, disappeared.
There's probably an egg. We have a few viewers, but no any questions. We have one from Wavy Bones going, Mr. Tan, when are you going to play a real game? I am playing a real game right now.
Yeah, you gotta play a real game. I don't know what a real game is.
This is the realest of games.
Had somebody tell me to play Fortnite. I don't know. I've never played it.
Oh yeah, my kids are going like, Mr. Tan, go play Fortnite with me or play Warzone, and I'm just like, no.
I think I did it. I got my fish.
You have a ladder, by the way?
No,
Boop.
do not.
They're pretty handy.
Sweet. Now we can ascend.
Someone's asking, how are y'all's districts handling grades and credits for this semester? I don't know how Klein is doing it, but for Sci-Fair, we're currently not able to put in grades or give credits, so that's kind of the hot topic going on, which is how
Hmm.
do the kids get credits? How do the college seniors, or how do seniors care about, or juniors and seniors get their GPAs like determined? What about Klein?
Yeah, for Klein, it's likely that the third marking period may become the semester grade, but we are not 100% sure yet. It's in discussion right now as well.
Yeah,
So we're not taking any official grades as of right now for the same situation.
yeah, I've heard that too from like my team as well. But until I guess I don't know, was it this like TEA decides all of this?
Yeah, it's a larger discussion that we're definitely not a part of right now. So hopefully we'll find out soon because I'm sure the students want to know.
Yeah. I've got a friend in Virginia who teaches there too, and she says the same thing. It's just we can't put in grades because we don't know how every student is handling the situation. We don't know if every student's being fine right now, so it's not fair and it's not equitable.
Yeah, we have some students who are in very particular situations in which they prevents them from doing any work. I have some of my students that have picked up multiple jobs to help support families that have become unemployed recently and things like that. So I can definitely see why it wouldn't be justifiable to take official grades right now.
Yeah, I've got a lot of kids who work in what are called essential jobs, and it's like working at Starbucks or like Chick-fil-A, and it's just doing drive-through stuff.
Something about playing Fortnite. No,
No,
I
never.
sorry, I don't know the Fortnites.
Even if it's free, never. Same with TikTok. I get asked constantly, Mr. Tan, make a TikTok, especially since you're just, not going to school anymore.
The Tic Tacs. When are you gonna start your rap career? I'm waiting for your SoundCloud rap career.
Oh my gosh. My SoundCloud. You have a SoundCloud, I know that.
Yes, I made one because a student told me that they were going to drop out and become a SoundCloud rapper, and that it was really easy to do. So I was like, all right, sure, I'll do it too. I think they gave up.
Well, now they have a lot of time if they are doing fine right now to start that career.
There you go. Because nobody else is doing creative things right now.
So
Yes.
this museum is like my favorite variation of it in the entire series. If you have one on your island right now.
Boomers, really?
Look at these boomers talking about Fortnite and SoundCloud. Yeah, isn't that what boomers do?
Yeah, if you're over like think 17 years old, you're considered a boomer now. I don't understand how that works.
And then if you're like born right now, you're quarantine.
That's true. It's a lot of quarantines. There you go. There's the sponsorship right there. That's all you have to read.
Yeah.
I wish Raid Shadow Legends paid us. Then I can buy. I don't know. I can pay for therapy.
I can pay for markers because I am in a huge demand for markers after all this is over.
For classroom?
Yeah, just classroom stuff.
Yeah, I
Because like
have a
a
ton of
lot of what
markers.
we do is just like coloring and stuff and drawing and labeling. So markers helps out.
Was your hand sanitizer still in as well?
My what?
Hand sanitizer. Classroom hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, I have a bottle still in my classroom that I didn't pick up, and it's just gonna stay there for now, I guess. But I went back before all of this started, and I took home like tissue paper and wipes.
Mine got stolen, so
Oh, well, when I came back to school to pick up stuff, I noticed that they installed a bunch of like hand sanitizer stations in like every classroom. So I'm pretty hyped up for that.
5G technology causing the COVID-19 myth. I've never heard of that.
I've definitely seen like that conspiracy theory, but also a lot of people saying, yeah, that's not a thing. Please don't believe in that.
That sounds a little ridiculous, but hey, you know what?
But with any like major event, you're gonna get like the biggest conspiracy theories, like the
Yeah,
like birds are a government entity and they're causing coronavirus.
or happiness. Whoa. Right now it is a dark time.
Yeah,
This is a big museum.
it is. This is only one section. In the fossil section, they have like a big tree of life thing, if you've noticed. And if you go in deep enough, there's like a big spot that lines up like every animal villager, and you can like trace back like their ancestors.
That's rather odd.
Yeah, right here. So if you just go up, you can like check and see like where it begins, and the human is right here. And it lights up when you stand by, and we're next to the monkey.
Dang. Crazy.
Have you fought anybody for toilet paper? I tend to stock up like all the time, just whether or not I have a crisis, because it's always good to have toilet paper on you.
It's just an Asian thing to go to Costco all the time anyway and have like an extra freezer in the garage.
That is absolutely what I do.
And then you just have everything. Yeah, we freeze our toilet paper. That's what happens. Um, that way it lasts a lot longer.
Yeah. I do like a Costco trip like once a month just to stock up on stuff. Because like if you're like short on toilet paper ever, try not to be. That's usually my scenario.
What? Stand at the end? The end of what?
Oh, of the animals where it's like that blank space because that's where the human's supposed to be. And I
Yeah.
thought I had like a human ancestor skull of like a of like whatever a caveman is, like right there, but it's missing now. So I don't know. But you can like follow that line and see, how the tree of life expands and like the ancestry of everything.
Well, that's fun. I was for a second there, I thought it was a JoJo reference.
There
Uh,
probably is one. There's
two.
definitely a lot of JoJo references if you're far in. Part 7 has
There,
dinosaurs.
there you go.
The tree of
Any
life.
questions? Something interesting?
Anything not
Some
related to Fortnite? I'll try to format this better next time, maybe, and have like relevant news articles or something. Because a lot of stuff is happening right now, like newsworthy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, unlike me, I'm doing video essays that are kind of old. Angel's essays. So I know who that is now. What the? Do you mean the discussion board? Dog, did you read it? Oh man. Yeah,
Oh,
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
so you guys have like discussion boards and stuff?
Yeah, we've done them all year.
Oh, okay.
They're yeah, that's there's words that were chosen, or there are words that were chosen and arranged in a certain order.
And do you like to use like LMS as like discussion boards, or have you guys like
We,
moved
we
on
have
from that?
Schoology. We have Schoology, which is still a learning management system. But yeah, it's like I don't know. The interface is like this weird Facebook knockoff. It's kind of, but discussion system's not terrible. Do I, do I know Mr. Tan's age?
Yeah, 45.
No, I don't. I've never. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. It's not polite to ask a lady her age. That's what I've been told.
I've been along for 2 centuries now.
Were you not here for the great thing? Also, there is an assessment. I am replying to people. Some of them I just have to think more about.
Then gave us a meme response.
No, the meme responses haven't even started. It's just like, what is this area? Just butterflies? Oh,
Yeah.
I hate it. Oh,
Oh,
fun story. When I was a kid, I caught a bunch of butterflies. I had like this little cart, and it had like a storage area. I put all the butterflies in there because I wanted to keep them, and I didn't realize that they died.
oh no.
So at the end of the day, I was trying to show my grandmother, look, I caught a lot of butterflies, and it was just a massive graveyard.
Oh, Grave of the Butterflies, the sequel to Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah, I learned about oxygen.
That's definitely one
So
way. But yeah, I feel like Animal Crossing is just a very pleasant way to kind of zone out for the most part because it is kind of a high anxiety time for a lot of people.
yeah, emotes. Like what? Oh yeah, actually, I'm kind of dumb because I haven't really played this game, and just in general. How do you do emotes in this game?
Emotes, once you unlock them from a villager, you just press like the right trigger button and it will pop up a menu. But unless your villagers have already taught you one, you can't really use any of them.
You have to talk to people even in the game.
Yeah, otherwise they feel isolated or ignored and they just leave your town.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're trying to get in contact with you guys all the time. We want to make you guys feel included and not be alone.
Forget that.
Yeah, see, you have a few.
Yeah, just figured that out. Joy. Oh, these are all fake emotes.
I've got sadness
I don't see. That's the big irony.
and distress.
All I have is happiness and or joy and delight. That's all I have,
Yeah,
and
those
the exclamation point.
yeah, the basic ones. You get more though. Sometimes they go like, "Hey, hey, hey, what's up? I want to teach you an emote." And then they sneeze at you. And that's the emote.
So that's something Corona. All right.
Yeah. Like a lot of people also play the game with their characters having like the face masks on them.
Oh, dog, I need to do that. How do you get a
Actually,
face mask? Oh wait, are they sold out?
like in real life,
Both.
in game, sometimes I think my store might have one, but I think I have a costume that has a face mask. Yeah, there you go.
You bully your villagers? Cool. I need to do that. Can you kick out the villagers?
You can if you just
That
ignore them or like use an amiibo.
uh yeah. Gonna go kick out all the ugly ones. I read something about that.
Oh yeah, people were being very violent towards com- a bunch of computer generated characters, and it's like really disheartening.
Yeah.
People build cages and like
It keep
it's
them in.
yeah, and they hit them with nets and stuff.
Oh, wow. You're giving me some terrible ideas. Um I didn't know you could do any of that.
Yeah, but please practice empathy even towards fake characters. Don't be mean.
Yes. I'm not mean. I'm like the second nicest person in the whole world, obviously. Talk. All right, I think you just I don't know where I am. I'm lost. Oh no, this is the fair all over again. Where are my parents? Haha.
Yeah, you
think
did.
I
You can't spam emotes, so please don't just spam PogChamp a lot. My bot's pretty strict when it comes to chats, just so I can have a school appropriate, chat to have.
well,
If I unlock emotes, then yeah, I'll set up a Mr. Serrano emote. Why not?
oh dog, that's terrible, but sure, go for it. Some terrible Serrano emotes, that's fine. So my students used to stop. I somebody showed me Serrano meme on iFunny, and that's like this not funny thing to do because iFunny's terrible.
Oh yeah, it's awful. Apparently, I was in the background of a TikTok that got really popular.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
Kids and their Tic Tacs.
I like Tic Tacs, especially the cinnamon flavored ones.
Actually, I used to eat too many Tic Tacs, and that became a problem.
Oh
Uh,
no.
yeah, I used to just like eat. Like I would buy the big packs, and I would just eat
Just
them endlessly.
just dump them all at once.
Yeah, just like when I was at UT, I ate a 2 pound bag of Sour Patch Kids. I don't recommend it.
Oh yeah, back in UT as well. I bought the like the 1 pound of Reese's cups that they used to sell during Christmas, and yeah, not recommended.
Yep.
So basically, you have until April 12th to get as many eggs as you possibly can, and then the Easter Bunny or Zipper comes to town and he takes your stuff.
He, there's a bunny that just steals your stuff.
Eh, he's like, I put eggs everywhere. Now go find them.
Oh,
And then you have to make furniture using the eggs. And meanwhile, I just want cherry blossoms because they leave next week, I think.
capitalism. Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I mean, and Animal Crossing, it's not too bad. Tom Nook is seen as a terrible landlord, but he, in fact, is a pretty swell guy. He doesn't charge you interest. He only charges you after he finishes building, so you're just paying him. It's not really a loan.
Wow. So he's not waiving this month's rent?
I actually paid off my entire housing mortgage like yesterday,
Yeah, if only that was real life.
if only.
Okay, I'm kind of lost. Wait, who's this cow thing?
I think it's
Patty.
Patty. Yeah, Patty. Patty the cow. There's also a horse named Elmer, and I'm wondering where that name comes from.
Do they eat burgers?
Do cows eat burgers?
Yeah, does this cow eat burgers? She looks like she would cannibalize.
If
It-
they had food items, I could probably like gift it to her. but I don't
I
think we have.
see it
We might
in
not
her
have
eye.
burgers.
Just her eyes. Like, I'm pretty sure she eats burgers.
You can tell she's a cannibal.
Yeah. Hey, hey.
Do I have a money tree? I do. You actually get a money tree every day, but once you pick off the money, it's gone.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, if you see a glowing spot anywhere, you can like dig it up for money and then plant more money inside.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try that in real life.
Well, money does grow on trees.
The Federal Reserve leveraging the banks to keep lending loans that aren't susceptible with low expectancy return rate lower in the GDP and the USD. That's a Mr. Tong question. He teaches history.
That sounds like one of your students.
It is one of my students. Dog, stop making me look bad. Stop asking me real questions.
I'm not able to get too political, uh, so I'm unable to answer that question. But a lot of people are pretty upset right now about how we're spending money and where the money is going. We have that whole like stimulus package coming soon, where I believe like if you make below 75,000 a year, you'll get like $1,200 in theory, if you're not like a dependent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty dependent on things. Ha 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 ha. Bad. Do I get money for dogs? Because my dogs are my children, and I think that they count as dependents because I
Well,
spent most of my money on them.
as long as you file them under your taxes as your dependents, and yeah, they should count.
I put him under my life insurance temporarily, but he keeps asking me for a social security number, so I haven't updated that. There was a cat that was under somebody's will and became a millionaire or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's gold right there.
Can fish see water? Probably. I mean, water is not always completely transparent. Sometimes you get Galveston water.
Galveston, that's a place.
And it's probably gonna be a bit cleaner now.
It was never dirty. That's just a sediment. What are you talking about?
It's like how, because Italy has shut down, they stopped kicking around all the sediment that's, in the, what do you call it, the canals. So now it's all, like, nice and pretty. And if you go up north a bit, you'll get to this clothing store. You can buy some stuff and try it on.
Hey, maybe the Hong Kong thing. So yeah, that's complicated.
Is this one of your AP kids?
No, pre-AP kid.
Huh.
Think, yo, y'all making me look bad every time. Whenever somebody says something weird, they're like, "Oh, this is one of Mr. Serrano's kid," or something weird happens at school. They're like, "Is this one of your students?" I'm like, stop.
Oh man, I would appreciate that though.
It's almost as bad as was it last year that a bunch of people were during teacher appreciation were like, "Oh, Mr. Charles great because he's so supportive and very positive all the time." And I got all those notes in my mailbox, and all the teachers were like, "Oh, you're so positive. We knew you had it in you." I'm like, "Really? Thanks." I just radiate positivity and optimism. And try and have a raccoon. You should instead be talking about how awesome the Hong Kong McDonald's is, and how you need to go.
Oh, we were all talking about Hong Kong before.
We talked about it at some point with the protests.
Hmm.
and whatnot. Because I had some friends that were involved in them, and it was just an interesting scenario. We had a Big Daddy China versus everything else.
Feel free to take coconuts or any fruit because I have enough. But yeah, that Hong Kong theory is pretty common. Everyone's saying like, "Oh yeah, it's from China" and all that.
Actually, the other good parts of the conversation should be how well Taiwan handled this situation.
That's true. It's always a hot topic. I'm sad I couldn't get to it this year because usually the East Asia's unit is like deep into April. So right now we kind of just left off on like the Middle East and North Africa. After spring break was supposed to be like sub-Saharan Africa, talking about apartheid, all of that stuff. It's fun. I enjoy talking about that part of Africa. Bringing up Elon Musk, who is pretty topical right now.
Ah, the boy Elon.
Yeah, he is South African by heritage, so he
Yes.
gets some mention.
Elon Musk is just a weeb with like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna pick up that Tesla that he made, but that looks like a giant aluminum like brick?
the amazing Tesla truck. Yeah, with all my teacher money, I'm just gonna go buy some Tesla quick. Yeah, let's just you can with that discussion. It's just how China, yeah, citizens aren't really paid well anyway. If I shake the tree enough, does it die?
It'll just keep dropping branches. Sometimes you might get a wasp, and then you just run for it.
Uh,
You might get furniture too sometimes if you shake from a tree.
you get furniture from a tree?
Yeah, like a table just falls out or something.
That's odd. Does it say this is better than IKEA? Bottle of ranch or bottle of mayo? What?
I would choose mayo. I'm a big fan of mayo. When I was in Germany for a summer, Germans love eating fries with mayo. It's like their main go-to sauce, condiment. So
Japanese mayonnaise. That's the good one.
Japanese mayo is pretty solid.
Did you hear about that one kid who drank a bottle of soy sauce in a dare and ended up like in a coma?
Yep, that's
Yeah. Don't.
a woman actually did that thinking it was like a diet because sodium just like drains out all of the bad fluids in you like water, and so she was also hospitalized.
Yeah. Don't do that, kids. Unless you have to. Well, don't do it.
Yeah, especially right now, do not follow any news or advice given to you on TikTok. That's a common thing that is not going to help you in any way. Like
Go for it.
there was that coronavirus challenge going on in TikTok where people were just like licking toilet seats, and I get it. Toilet seats are a lot cleaner than your phone, but you also shouldn't do that.
Just oh yeah, I think I heard of that. There's a lot of TikTok recipes or something. I don't know. What is one thing that you have learned during this time, like a new skill or something you rediscovered that you may have known how to do already?
I honestly have not done much. I've been meaning to get back into learning piano again, or getting caught up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like learning how to bake bread right now, and I'm tempted to hop on that train.
Bread baking, yeah, you could do that.
I mean, right now I'm learning how to stream, and it's been pretty fun. It's been a unique way to talk with students and just, have a casual chat.
Yeah, I'm just stealing all your fish, but
Well,
I'm not on your best friends list, so I can't chop down all your trees.
oh yeah, if you go to, I requested you to join, so if you go to your best friends list, you can get the request. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. You would be. Yeah, there it is. Okay, found it.
But like,
Sweet.
I'm pretty well off on my island. Socio-economically, I'm doing, good enough. So like, you can cut down all my trees and it won't really matter.
Ooh, it's a
But if you
humble
went to my
humble
house right
brag.
now and like you cut out all of my chili pepper plants, I'm gonna be really mad.
It's a humble brag right there.
I'm rich in game, not in real life.
No, go watch my video essays. That's what you should be doing, and read and learn something. I don't know if they're helpful actually.
A liter's worth of dihydrogen monoxide? I'm gonna do that right now, actually.
Go
Gotta,
have fun.
because my tap water is not that clean, so I do have to get bottled water, and the filter isn't too good, so.
Bottled water do be hitting kind of different though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to believe in drinking water. Yeah, see, when my doctor told me that I needed to drink more water, I just reminded him that when I brew coffee, it typically has water in it. So,
Yeah, that's true. Just any liquid will do. Sahara is also in town, and she sells you rugs and wallpaper, and it's usually pretty cool stuff.
I was trying to chop this bird, but it didn't let me.
Sahara, if you didn't know, is named after the Sahara Desert, which is found in Africa. My kids know that, hopefully.
Thanks for the fun fact.
And a big topic in geography is like that thing of globalization and how travel makes it easier to go anywhere and spread anything. And the Sahara Desert is a way to limit that. So Africa does have a lower confirmed case of coronavirus, which is pretty nifty.
Aren't they super at risk though? I did hear something relating to that due to the medical or lack of medical.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Just look like an ants murderer.
Just carry around an axe, hit people.
There you go. Dang. It's terrible. Gotta try this in different games. Let's see. Oh no, I can't carry anything. My pockets are full.
Oh yeah, mine are too. I have a lot of fish. I have an anchovy.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
So enough about us. You guys in the chat, how are y'all handling all of this right now since you're learning at home or working from home? Some of you might even have jobs right now that are essential or labeled as essential.
Progressive communism, sure, why not? Because on paper it works.
Yeah, in theory it always works. In practice,
Yeah, I haven't been playing. I haven't been able to play games too much. Just every time I get on a game, I feel like I should be doing more work.
yeah, I've been also doing that too. I've been trying to like actually play games because I feel like I do have time after office hours, but it's that constant feeling of like I have to do something right now. But
Yeah, that's why I started video essays instead.
there is that quote though that's going around of like you're not working from home right now. You're working, or you're in a crisis right now, trying to get work done at home. So it's usually applies. And we're both really bad at fishing.
Yeah, it's okay. I really don't like fish anyway. That's what somebody who sucks at fishing would say.
HEB rejected my online resume within 10 minutes. Oh,
Was it that bad? Because they're hiring a lot here.
yeah, HEB, Kroger's, all of them.
You got an egg. How do you know if it's an egg or a fish? Is it just random?
Yeah, it's random. And I have a lot of eggs right now. Too many eggs.
Oh dang, you sent that Whataburger essay? I remember that. That was a, oof. That that Whataburger essay was something else. I don't know, man. Had like no standards, and then they were somehow not. I was disappointed. Let's just leave it at that. Because it was amazing. That's why.
Well, I hope you end up getting that HEB job or another job if you're looking for one.
PS2 games, man.
Man, we were almost on the PS5. We were just playing the PS2. The PS2 is like older than most of my students, actually. I'm pretty sure. It came out like 2001 or 2.
I didn't get a PS2 till 2007, 2006, something like that.
I had a PS1 as a kid and then just didn't get a 2 or 3 and skipped straight to 4.
Yeah. That's, I vaguely remember. I gave up games after high school just because I realized how much time I spent on them.
Yeah, they are definitely a time commitment. Especially with like an RPG or something. Persona 5 Royale just came out.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought it. But yeah, I'm playing Persona 5. Haha. Yeah, just boomer. That's right. GameCube. I had a GameCube for like a whole day, then somebody stole it. So yeah. Okay, so GameCube is only really good because of Wind Waker. Just FYI, because Wind Waker ever made. You can fight me on that.
I don't think you're cutting out.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out.
Yeah, I've heard of people like still, because Houston has like a lot of video game tournaments, but they're still doing it all online, which is surprising. It's like I know people play like Super Smash Brothers Melee and other Smash games.
Well, they should be doing it for any more books.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, for everybody on the stream, Houston Public Library, you can apply for a library card for free and get digital books and access all of the resources that they provide, which are plenty.
Yeah, there's so many free resources right now because of all of this. You can also do digital like museum tours and stuff now.
Yeah, and if you have a Mac, Logic Pro ads is free for 90 days, and a bunch of music plugins as well.
I believe Hulu, Amazon Video are also free right now. You can go watch, movies like Detective Pikachu. That's that's
Sure.
that's the ad I saw this morning.
That's a whole movie that is I don't know, man. Pretty sure Ryan Reynolds back hurt from carrying that film. But
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. But the Sonic movie was really good if you've seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's a good kids movie.
How to become a successful rapper? Don't suck. Step one. And if you do, just I don't know, fake it to make it, I guess. So just keep the eggs. Is that what's happening with
Yep.
this?
You just hold on to them. You get some recipes from balloons that might come by when you're playing on your island,
Yeah.
or talk to your residents and they might give you stuff.
Yeah, I remember making confetti eggs when I was in like elementary school or something. So that was exciting. Then I used to throw them at people I didn't like and be like, "Oh, it's just haha, confetti. It's fun."
Looking at the users in the stream right now, there's a person here. I'm pretty sure is a teacher from Flying Forest because your username is Scales of Justice.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Teachers are from Klein Forest. Scouts of Justice. Doesn't ring a bell. I'll make this prettier for you.
Looks like it's been your students so far that are popping in, none of mine. Kind of sad. Should have posted about this more often though. I don't know, maybe that's why I didn't see it.
It's because my students have no life. I made a bunch of holes over here, and I'm sure it'll remind you of your favorite film. So,
Yes. Your Name by Makoto Shinkai.
okay, just the music is good. That's about it.
Wonder if kids nowadays know about holes. Stanley, Yaonats.
Well, the movie Holes. I never read the book, but I think we're forced to watch it in like middle school or something.
Oh yeah, everyone. I feel like everyone was supposed to.
I don't remember it because I was still learning English at the time, so it was like an ESL class. It's kind of odd. There you go. So this beautiful plot of land.
Yep, that is the summary for Hulls. It's a pretty classic movie with, man, what's his name?
There were characters in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shia LaBeouf.
oh yeah, that's who it
Shia,
was.
whatever his name is, yeah.
The boy. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. It's a very interesting guy.
He's had a long career.
Well, he doesn't take himself too seriously anymore. I don't think so. That's good. I mean, maybe.
Who knows?
Actually, speaking of your name, I did get tickets to see Radwimps, the ones who make the music for it.
Oh, is it
Uh,
like a live concert or?
yeah, they were supposed to be here coming to Dallas, but I don't know anymore.
Yeah, was it like anytime soon?
I think it was. I forgot the date, but yeah.
Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
BTS concert got pushed back.
Oh no, what a tragedy! It's just
Yeah.
huge tragedy. I mean, I'm all about that BTS.
As the sponsor for Salt Lake's K-pop club, I do sometimes keep up with the news.
I'm sorry that you have to go through that.
Yep, and it's their last tour because they have to do that mandatory military service.
Yeah, Korea has that mandatory military service thing.
Yeah, but only men
Wait.
though. Women
Yeah,
can
only for men.
women can just be like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, makes sense, right? So yeah. I don't know. Some people support it, but lately there's been a lot of pushback against the military service thing. People saying that needs to change. But I don't know. Not my place, I guess. No, leave the holes. You like the beautiful design.
I gotta make
Reminds
it.
you.
I gotta clean up a little bit.
Reminds you of the emptiness.
Oh, Animal Crossing is meant to fill up that emptiness with eggs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to stream. Watch my video essays. I guess I can stream Persona, but that's not appropriate fully. So
Atlas is also a big, they're hugely against streaming Persona, as they always are.
yeah. And they're releasing a Catherine port to the Switch, so that should
Yeah,
be
that's true. Another game that is not appropriate to stream.
yeah. I don't know what else Atlas makes.
It's generally it. Just like those Japanese styled anime games.
I'm just like ruining your island. Is this a recycling bin or a trash can?
Uh, Trash can probably, the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just trash stuff in it.
Should I toss something? Can I jump in? A tic tac. I can't make a tic tac because it'd be over with.
Yeah, TikTok is definitely for people who are under the age of 18 but over the age of 60.
It's a interesting place.
A lot of like grandmas and grandpas have gotten really popular because
On
of
TikTok?
the TikToks they make. Yeah,
Dang.
it's also
Yeah,
that grandma who spent 2,000 hours in the last Animal Crossing. So Nintendo made a character named after her, and she just got her Switch today, I think, or like yesterday. And it was a pretty wholesome little video clip.
Actually, I did play Inside. I don't remember it because it was like Inside and that other game.
Inside and Limbo.
Limbo, yeah. Uh, well, I don't know. I played one of the two. I don't quite remember them. It was a while back.
Yeah, both games were pretty interesting. Would be good to analyze if you were into that.
Yeah, there you go. Versus the Sam 14, and this is deep. That's like everything that you write.
Minecraft Let's Play. Might host a Minecraft server with a bunch of teachers.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Instead of having in-person PD sessions, just having a Minecraft.
Yeah, you already have graduation on Minecraft. Oh, I just chopped down your tree. I'm sorry.
That's fine. A bunch of kids in Minecraft for elementary school had that big graduation, and they built up the auditorium and everything, and had like the song at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think it is what I want to hear, but I don't know. Sounds like a lot of Britney Spears 90% of the time. Roblox graduation? Yeah. Something about Roblox. I don't know anything about Roblox, but the memes.
It looks like Legos.
Get you that go to Walmart and get you the Roblox gift card.
Or buy it digitally. It's safer that way.
Did GameStop end up closing? Or did they keep
I know a few of them are still doing like you order online and then when you get to GameStop, they just go outside and hand it to you.
that
But they tried to argue that they were an essential service and Pennsylvania like shut them down and like revoked their business license.
yeah. Heard about that. Bionicles. Dog, I used to have Bionicles from like McDonald's and stuff. I remember when they had those as like toys.
And I just got an email for a Zoom meeting next week. Yay. Honestly, I don't mind Zoom meetings as much as in-person meetups. It's a bit easier to get to them.
I just got a email and it's just another bill.
We had a big ol' faculty-wide Zoom meeting this morning with like 160 staff members on. And like, it went pretty well, minus the occasional cutout.
And a bunch of people saying, how do you change your background? And things like that. Grading policy from TEA update.
I know TEA sent out an update earlier about
Yeah.
how to handle student contact, but I don't know about grading.
College Board sent out a update today, I think, for AP.
Yeah, I only do on level and per AP, so I don't really
Mhm.
get college board stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing any news about it from my side of it. Fort Worth is doing pass fail though, I guess. That's the thing that's happening.
Yeah, some colleges have shifted to that as well. Assisted pass fail. Which also has been an argument that a lot of schools should just be only pass fail rather than a numerical grade.
Only principals and APs. Okay. Yeah, we'll get updates as time goes on.
I mean, the only updates I'm getting is from kids emailing me, how can I pass well after grades were due? I got an email from a student that I saw one time this whole semester
Oh,
asking how they can pass. I'm like, I don't even know what you look like.
Yeah, I had some students who were like banking on because they didn't pass this 9 weeks, they would go and do well the next 9 weeks, but that might not be the case right
Yeah.
now.
Oops. Don't invest in stocks.
Don't look at your retirement right now, your 401k.
Yeah. If you don't believe in money, it doesn't exist. So.
But do the census. Go tell
Oh
your
yeah.
parents to complete the census. That is by law required. Egg.
Just trying to fish into your pockets, but it won't let me.
Like SpongeBob.
But only seasons 1 through 3. Okay, what other games are worth playing? On Switch? Anyway?
Well, I've been trying to do more Ring Fit Adventure, and they had that rhythm game, but I'm very bad at it because of that.
Yeah,
The upper body stuff is killing me.
I'm decent at it, but still in the top 10. Haha.
For what song?
I wasn't for a couple of them. I was in the top 10 weekly. I was like number 3 for the Zelda one and something else. The Mario one, I think.
And I caught Dory. Oh, it's a surgeonfish. Okay. And then-
Surgeon fish?
Yep, and my fishing rod broke. What a shame.
Let's see.
Yeah, I might get Persona 5 or if I have the
Yeah.
time.
Fun. It's a lot of grinding, but I mean, I like it.
Right now it's seeing like how my responsibilities develop as the weeks go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get bored of games rather quickly, and as soon as I'm playing a game, like now, I'm like, what do I need to be doing? So, luckily, those videos has kept me busy, but I don't even know how many people really watched it all the way through. So we'll see. I keep trying those. Thanks for the ladder.
Yep. It's helping you get up there.
Yeah. It's a ladder to success.
It is a caveman elevator, I've been told.
Jeff Bezos doesn't have this money in cash, though. It's in assets.
It is his net worth.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
He doesn't carry like however many billions in his pocket or bank account. But he is pretty rich.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my aspirations of life is to be his dad's wife. You know how much she made a lot of money.
Yeah, she made a lot in that divorce.
Rule of life number 1: just don't be poor.
Yep. Just
Rule number
win
2.
the lottery of life. Just don't be born poor.
There you go. There you go. You got it figured out. I don't like the way this guy Vic is looking at me.
Yeah, I did not invite him. He just showed up randomly one day and he's been here since.
Don't like it when Vikings move in. Wow. Anybody have any other fun facts?
Yeah, we're kind of going over that 1 hour mark already, so we should just wrap it up soon. Call it
Yeah,
a day.
it's true. I have to go clean and walk the dogs for the fourth time.
Oh yeah, I've gotta go cook and actually make food and lunch.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I've been eating healthier now since I'm not driving past like 20 fast food places on the way home every day.
I'm still eating my one bag of goldfish a day, so in case anybody here knows me, that's keeping it classic.
I just make rice and then the next day I use the same rice to make fried rice. So that's been me.
Yeah, how you do it. But yeah, this was fun and a little different. I've
Yeah. Thank you for
never,
joining me. I want to continue doing this with other teachers.
yeah,
Probably more formatted, but I definitely enjoyed it.
I'll continue to ruin your island.
So, if anyone wanted to say follow you or like keep up with you, what do you got to show?
Uh, you can follow me on either Instagram or Twitter at one more coffee, please. PLZ.
And then I am here and on Twitter as Mr. Tan SS. The SS stands for Social Studies because Mr. Tan was already taken.
Wow.
But yeah,
There you go.
yep, that's it. Well, if you have a number of questions, this is gonna be us heading out. Have a good day, y'all. Again, be safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't go to Mexico on a spring break tour and come back with 27 positive cases of coronavirus.
Don't get arrested
Yeah.
for causing a panic.
And with that, I guess we are done. So,
Thanks for having me. Bye.